Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to Be Well and Stay Well, a Blue Star initiative. So with my Blue Star team, and I want to thank all those of you who are joining us via the Zoom, Facebook, and also YouTube. We look forward to an amazing program today. So welcome, everyone. And let me just warmly welcome our panel. And here we have Dr. Raluca Kostaki. She's from Romania, integrative medicine, and her spiritual name, of course, is Dayani, for those of us who know her in the Blue Star community. And then we have Dr. Paddy Narayan, and she hails from Orlando, previously from Canada, born in Guyana, and she's no stranger to Blue Star, as she's the head of our Ayurvedic college here of holistic therapies, and she's a doctor of holistic therapy. So warmly welcome you as well, Dr. Bhavani. And then we have Dr. Dinesh Ji from the Kala Foundation, Ayurvedic of Udaipur, India, and he is, of course, also no stranger to Blue Star, as the Catrice have been to Trinidad, and they have been part of our team as well. So I want to welcome Dr. Dinesh Ji. I also inaugurated their hospital and college way back in 2013, I think, if my mind serves me right. And it's been a joy being in their place. And of course, they're disciples of mine, Dr. Dinesh and Dr. Saroj. So I want to welcome you and today and our team, but first of all, I want to take a moment to just bring us all to a center of of well-being and before we start the program and pray for blessings for wisdom. So let's take a moment to center in that space of conscious being. Peaceful mind, loving heart, a vital core. Let us center in that infinite divine. Namostvanantaya, Sahasramurtaye, Sahasrapada Kshishirorubahave, Sahasranamne Purushaya Shashvate, Sahasrakoti Yugadharine Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The mantra says that we bow to the Infinite One that exists everywhere, that is behind every life form, that is called by infinite names and has infinite forms. And it is the support of all the cycles of existence, the cosmic cycles of Yuga. And we bow to that one, that Infinite One. So we ask for blessings today for wisdom as we listen to these experts in their field. And so warm welcome to Dr. Raluca, warm welcome to Dr. Dayani, Dr. Bhavani, Dr. Dineshji, and Dr. Sarojji. Can we see you, Dr. Saroj? I would like our viewing audience to see you. You're part of our panel. Let's wait for a visual from Dr. Saroj. The first thing I'll do is allow you to introduce yourself. Well, I'll do an initial introduction, and then I'll allow you to just say a little bit about how you got into this field, this exciting field that you were in. Just tell us a little bit, because we want to share in the excitement of your training, and we want to share in the excitement of your expertise, and we want to share in the excitement of all the knowledge that you can impart to us today. So I'm going to start with Dr. Raluca Kostaki Dayani from Romania. She's into integrative medicine, being a medical doctor, and also a number of complementary medicines she's been trained in. She's been a cancer survivor and a COVID survivor, so we want to listen to her voice. So first of all, Dayani, would you say a few words about your journey?
Namaskar. Namaskar, Guruji, and namaskar, everyone. So nice to see you all and to speak to you and share a part of my knowledge and my experience with you. So,
just a second. Can we pin her? Can we pin her? All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Dayani.
Okay, so I am a survivor, as you say, and I think that universe have a plan for me. So I am a medical doctor. I'm a specialist in internal medicine. My allopathic specialization is internal medicine and ultrasound echography. And also I made a lot of trainings in alternative medicine. I'm a specialist in therapy with plant, bean products, and aromatherapy. I'm a specialist in acupuncture and Ayurveda. And I also have a lot of, I studied a lot about nutrition and nutrition in treatment and prophylaxis of the disease.
Dayani, just speak a little slower because we have an audience that would need to understand you. So
yes, I know.
Yeah, just a little slower. All right.
I speak fast, I know. But so I have a lot of alternative specialization, and I'm a specialist in integrative and functional medicine, and I'm also a psychotherapist. I'm a specialist in relaxation, clinical hypnosis, and Ericksonian therapy and regression therapy. So I continue to study, and my first of all degree is in Blue Star, being a Blue Star member. So it is a continued journey of finding myself and finding all the tools that I can to offer to all the people who need me. And of course, all this means experience for more than 40 years in treating my patients. And I'm so glad to be with you today and share my experience and my knowledge with you. It's a great
Yeah.
joy and a great honor.
Thank you so much, Janet. I appreciate that. And what is your excitement about getting into this profession? What is your excitement?
Well, I want to make a confession. So I am a medical doctor because I want to be a medical doctor, even though my mother is also a medical doctor. So I grew in hospital. My heart started beating in the environment of healing. So I wanted to be a medical doctor for the purpose to help people. But at some point of my career, I work at the greatest emergency hospital in Bucharest. Bucharest is the capital of Romania. And I was a little bit, I don't know, disappointed about the rules, yes, that are imposed working in a hospital. And I said to myself that I don't want to have a rule in treat a patient. I want to treat a patient as the thing that I know, and as I believe that is good for them. And in this particular moment, I live the medical life, and I came, just in this moment, I came to treat that for the first time. So the universe bring me to the Big Blue Star family. I knew Guruji, and I came to treat that. And after this visit, I felt that my duty is near the people who need me. So my passion is for healing, and start again doing a lot of courses and trainings in a lot of other specialties, just to bring to my knowledge not only the allopathic knowledge that I studied more than 12 years in allopathic, being an allopathic specialist, medical doctor, and I make another 12 years just to give something else to the people who need me. So I want to have every man on this planet is special. Every man has his own possibility of healing. Everyone can heal itself. So the body is perfectly structured to heal itself, but everyone do in his own way. So I wanted to have all that knowledge and to offer them as much as I can and help them to find their special way of healing itself. So I'm only a companion. I'm only a support to the person who want to heal themselves with all my knowledge and all I want, all I know.
Thank you, Diana-ji. That's really very powerful. And I'm so happy that you're into the Blue Star community and you have such a passion. Thank you so much. So I'd like to go on to Dr. Saroj. I know we'll come to Dr. Dinesh-ji, but what is beautiful about Dr. Saroj, she has yoga under her belt. She has also naturopathy, which I'm really in awe of, and also dance. She's accomplished in dance, and of course they have won many awards. And so I want to, and she's also into Ayurveda, and she's taught here Ayurveda with Dr. Khatri as well. So it's marvelous to have you today, Dr. Saroj, and we welcome your voice in our community today. So please say a few words about your passion for what you do and how you've come into this field.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Guruji, for giving such a wonderful global stage. And also I want to welcome to all Blue Star members. Since last few years, I couldn't see your energetic, lovely face, Raluka ji and Padil ji and so many. So my heartily gratitude to all respected members and our beloved Guruji. Today's discussion on the immunity booster. So we are present on this stage to discuss the immunity booster.
But
Due
first
to the
but Dr. Saroj, please first tell me, how did you get into yoga, naturopathy, Ayurveda, and dance? How did you combine all of these together and had a passion for? Tell us a little bit about your experience and your story.
Yeah, thank you. So, Guruji, the yoga, dance, Ayurveda, all are the, we can say, the combined project, because yoga, classical dance, it's also a part of yoga. And last 40 years, we did the practice on the Ashtanga yoga, and the classical dance from my childhood. We learn and practice. And Ayurveda also last 21 years we practice, and we establish our Ayurveda hospital with the blessings of our Guruji. So right now I am practicing yoga, Ayurveda, and we also established the COVID hospital and the classical dance.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Saroj. I appreciate that. And Dr. Dinesh ji, great to have you. And I want to compliment you on your latest project of the Tea Tantrum. Of course, beside the COVID response of your Ayurveda hospital and college, but the Tea Tantrum. I'm very excited also to hear a little bit about what you've done in the business of tea and how you've created this whole branch of teas that I'm really excited about, and of course, which we'll also expose to the Blue Star membership and beyond. And but how did you develop a passion, Dr. Dinesh, for yoga, for management, for Ayurveda? Because of course you've done Ayurveda and me, and your hands are magical hands. And of course, you've always been caring for me when I'm in India. And your touch is really wonderful. You've traveled with me, and I want to say that I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank you for the hospitality that I always get when I come to India, and you were there. So I want to thank you for that. But tell us a little bit about your excitement about the field that you have gotten in. And what is more beautiful is that you have a non-profit part of the organization, or the organization, that is the Kala Ashram Foundation, which is involved in community work. And so I'm extremely pleased about that. And I find that you are really aligned to us in the Blue Star, and I appreciate that. Tell us a little bit about your excitement. How did you choose that journey? And of course, we'll talk a little more later on about how you survived the COVID and how your yoga keeps you fit and healthy. But let's talk about the excitement of your journey in getting into this field.
Jai Shri Krishna Guruji. Before starting my speech, I want to bow my head in the feet of my Guru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah, Jai Shri Gurudev. By the blessings of my Guru, what I am today is all his support, blessings, love, which has made us to sit in the feet of our Guru. We have started our journey of yoga, Ayurveda, naturopathy since last 20 years. When I was in the school, I came in contact with my yoga guru, Shri Patabi Joyce, in Mysore, where I learned the Ashtanga Yoga Vinyas in 90s. That gave me an energy to work many hours in a day. Then I, with the yoga, shifted to the Ayurveda and naturopathy also. And gradually, we were working on this field. And thought to establish a Ayurveda college in the remote place in Udaipur.
Yes.
So, in amongst the tribal peoples in the hills, we established our Ayurveda college and hospital there. First, we got the threats that you will not be able to succeed there, nobody will come there, and I have invested a huge money which I have collected through my own sources. But I was confident, and it was the blessings of my Guru that what I thought was slowly accomplishing in my dreams, and my dreams came true when the Guru came in 2013 at my place in Gogunda, and with his blessings, the next year, 2014, our college started of Ayurveda College. It is one of the best and prestigious college in India as of now today in the list of Ayurveda College in India. And simultaneously, we started the Ayurveda hospital also, and our target was that our NGO, the non-profit organization, Kala Ashram Foundation, will cater the free services to the people through the Ayurveda systems of medicines. And slowly, the people all over the India, from our place, Rajasthan, were coming over there for the treatment, and we were providing the free food, free accommodation, and free treatment.
Excellent.
It was all my blessings from my Guru that has taught me that whatever you work, you do some charity to the poor people also.
Yes.
Then, in last 2 years, we have started a new project through the deliveries of the women of the poor and remote places. You will wonder, Guruji, that a pregnant woman of the 8 months or 9 months who is living in the remote villages, remote hills, remote valleys, where you can't find the electricity, water, and they are very poor, that they don't have the clothes to wear after the delivery also. Only one cloth, the women come over there, and through the Ayurvedic systems of medicines, we delivered the 85 deliveries last year from 2020 to 2021 without charging a single penny from any of them. And it was the success that all the deliveries were successful, no casualty was there, all the babies, they were healthy, all the mothers, they are healthy,
Beautiful.
and we are taking care of them till date. We are providing the Swarna Prashna, a mixture of the immunity booster to the children every month. Every Pushya Nakshatra, Ravi Pushya Nakshatra, we are giving after every 28 days the drops of the Swarna Prashna made with the special types of the Ayurveda herbs and the honey, and it is given to the people. In their growth, you can't imagine that the growth of a wealthy people will not be comparable to the poor people. And apart from that, we were giving the financial assistance of 1,400 rupees to our this pregnant woman, and our ambulance was going to their home to depart there to leave their villages. Now, Guruji asked the question that how the Ayurveda and this yoga is important to survive in this present situation. So, I have seen many cases all over the world. I have been watching that the medical doctors, the medical nursing teams who were working around the clock is also infected by this COVID-19, and they were also becoming positive. Some of them lost their life serving the mankind. But those who have good willpower, good immunity, they resist. They were surviving the patients also, they were surviving the people also, and they survived their family and themselves also. This is more important. When you do the seva, you should be perfect, so that when you are in healthy state, then you can serve your patients, your people more efficiently. In this systems, the dhatus, sapta dhatu. In the Ayurveda is told that if you have the balance of the sapta dhatus in your body, then you will become a good immune. I will give the example that in March 2020, when the COVID started, our hospital was also acquired by the government to admit the patients of the COVID there for the sampling, for quarantine purpose, for treatment purpose. Both the allopathic and the Ayurveda treatment was going on simultaneously. Doing the seva to these people, I was also infected in the September 2020. When I took my own resurrection treatment, somebody suggested me that you go and admit in the hospital. Dr. Saroj was also there. My condition was very critical. 15 out of 24 was my score, CT scan. Score, my lungs was infected. But my willpower was very good. She told that the chairman of the medical college hospital nearby our college, that I will stay with the Dinesh ji and will take care of him apart from your allopathic systems of medicines. And it was totally the COVID hospital with all the facilities in the room, in the COVID ward. She was with me to serve me, to take care of me. It was all due to the power of the yoga and Ayurveda that without any infection, she was with me for the 10 days. I survived again, and after that I took the Ayurveda systems of medicines, and then my immune again came with the full vigor and full strength to serve the community. Today also we are admitting the positive patients in our hospital. Today we have this 18 patients in our hospital who has been getting the treatment in our hospital.
How many do you have? 80?
18. 18. Today, as on today, 18 patients is there.
Okay.
And it is free of the cost. Oxygen concentrator is there, medicines is there, Ayurvedic
Wow.
systems is there. Round the clock, my doctors is
Amazing.
taking care of the COVID patients.
Yeah.
So it was challenge for us, but we accepted the challenge and we are getting very good results. No casualty has been
I'm
happened in
so
last
happy about
months.
that.
And I am very confident that the people who has faith in this natural systems of medicines will get recover from this epidemic. Now, when I was in the hospital, it was in my mind that how can I help the people all over the world through the Ayurveda systems of medicines. So the idea came in my mind and to establish the T Tantrum Private Limited.
Yeah, before you go on to the tea tantrum, I want to ask you a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
The patients that you have, are they using allopathic medicines as well?
Some of
Both.
the allopathy. This,
Both treatments.
both treatment, azithromycin, whose lungs is infected, so to take care of this, we need some antibiotics.
Right.
So we don't say that Ayurveda will fully support him or the allopathic will fully support him.
Right.
Through the combination of the treatment, my aim is to survive the patient.
Yeah.
So we are giving the allopathic kada, decoctions,
Yeah.
Ayurvedic
So then
treatment,
it's more integrative medicine.
integrated medicines.
Yeah.
Integrated medicines.
Yeah.
Because there is no particular medicine for COVID yet, except the vaccination. So who has got the vaccination 2 times is also suffering from this disease. And they
Yeah.
lost
Have you taken the vaccine?
I have took the vaccines. 2
Both of
times.
you? All right.
AstraZeneca is
Okay.
the Covishield, yes. This is the prevention. We have to, there is no harm to taking the vaccination. So in this September, when I was in the bed and I thought about starting this tea tantrum. So how to cater the people in a natural way, we started slowly this project and inaugurated our tea tantrum.
Ayush Kwath. But what is Kwath?
Ayush Kwath.
Yeah.
So-
Kwath is what in the translation?
Decoction.
Oh, you mean
Okay.
booster.
boosters,
Yeah, yeah,
immunity
yeah,
booster.
yeah. Yeah, got it, got it.
We have added the tulsi, dalchini means cinnamon, ginger shot.
Cinnamon, ginger. What's the first one?
First one is the tulsi,
Basil.
basil.
Tulsi, basil. All right, basil.
Basil.
Yeah,
Then is dalchini cinnamon.
cinnamon. Yeah,
Yes. Then third is the dry ginger. Fourth
dry
is the
ginger. Yeah,
black pepper.
right. Okay.
And the combination of all this, we made the tea bags.
Yeah, good quality. Yeah. Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
So we just clear this, the tea bags. You can
Yes.
see.
And I've asked you the question as well, right? But the plastic bag is safe. It's a high standard quality.
It is approved by the UK
Okay.
government FDA also. It is approved FDA.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's a nice design, the shape of it, like a pyramid.
Pyramid shape. Pyramid
Yeah.
shape. Huh? Yes.
Yeah,
Pyramid
yeah.
shape.
We can see, yeah. Excellent, excellent.
So in a cup of hot water, you dip it and you drink it. If you want to add the taste, you can add the few drops of lemon in this.
So the whole idea is the power of the herbs, right? The power of the
So-
Ayurvedic herbs. The power of the herbs.
Yes, yes. And it is really very helpful in getting this person affected from the bronchitis, cold, lungs infections. So if you drink it 3 times, 4 times a day, it is very helpful.
Right.
But
So
only
you're-
hot water is required.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So in this series, we have made the 21 type of items for the wellness, general wellness, for the family wellness, for the Tridoshas also, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Everybody knows nowadays I am suffering from the Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So we have made all these particular ingredients in all the products of our tea dendrum. So it is available on the Amazon and Flipkart also. It is available on our website also. So our intention is that people who does not want to take the Ayurvedic pills or the syrups,
Can drink the teas.
this is the pure tea which affects in body instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, Dr. Dinesh ji. Yeah. Okay, so I would like to go on now to Dr. Bhavani. Dr. Bhavani, so you're into holistic therapies and you've quite a journey. I remember it very clearly from my visit to Canada and your training, and then of course your passion, and you've done things for me as well, and appreciating the power of your hands in reflexology and the food you cooked whenever I was there. They're always the kind of Ayurvedic diet, so I appreciate that very much. And then your advice over the years, and also helping me with supplements. Thank you so, so much. So let's get a little bit of your story and a little bit of excitement so that our viewers can really appreciate your journey. Share with us, Dr. Bhavani.
Namaskar, Guruji, and namaskar, everyone. To my friends here on the panel today, it's wonderful to be with all of you, and it's a real blessing to share with my Blue Star Global family. We've been through the 40 days together, and that was an exciting journey, and I was really happy when Guruji asked if I would be here today, because, you know, it's nice to share in this forum as well with the pandemic we've been facing. And it really started last year with all of this, you know, so it's nice that we could all come together and share whatever we have, and maybe it could be helpful to everyone who's listening today. And that's why I'm here, and I feel so blessed to be here. So my journey started around in this field around 1998. I hadn't quite met Guruji yet, but I started off doing a self-discovery and spiritual psychotherapy program. And then when I met Guruji, actually I had just met Guruji. And then having been around Guruji, I was really inspired in the holistic field. Because since then, Guruji's talking to us about all of these things and you know, wellness and being holistic in our in our way of life. It's not just the spiritual part of it. It's all spiritual to me. But it's, looking at ourselves from the subtle body, he talks about it up to today, the physical, the emotional, the mental wellness, all of this is so important. And so I went down that road because my school offered it, where I was doing spiritual psychotherapy. And I said to Guruji one day, I think I really want to do this, Guruji. What do you think? And he said, yes, go for it. And that's how I ended up in this field. And so I've been there since 1999, and it's been a fantastic journey of vibrational therapies, homeopathy, aromatherapy, sound therapy, all of these, wonderful vibration, many of them, and just to name a few of them. And then the esoteric and energetic therapies, which they call energy medicine now, but those studies were really in depth and they went into real detail in those days. And so I found that to be so, what should I say, not just interesting, but really helpful and really inspiring and healing, because it starts in the subtle body. And that's where everything, all our healing begins. And Guru talks about that all the time. And then we go into the holistic therapies, where we have, natural nutrition, which includes Ayurveda and all the other types of nutrition. However, natural nutrition really is very similar to Ayurveda. It's based on your unique body type. And so it's not something we do generally or clinically. So that's something I just wanted to say. And then herbology is based on international herbs, so including Ayurveda and including European and, American and every kind of herbs from everywhere. So that was really exciting for me and continues to be. And, medical intuition, and as Guruji spoke about, reflexology, massage, and all of these amazing holistic therapies. Shiatsu is one of them that I really love because beside being helping our physical body, it really starts in the meridians and clearing the blocks and helping us to really function from that deeper, subtle body space. And so it's been that kind of a journey. But with all the studies, I graduated in Toronto. I'm originally from Guyana, as Guruji said, and I lived in Toronto for 25 years. And that's where my studies began. And I was certified there as a natural holistic practitioner. But when I moved to the United States 16 years ago, now living in Florida, I just wanted to continue. Like many of my friends said, it's one of those paths that, sometimes you're just pushed to. And it's not something I did because I thought it was a good idea. I was actually really guided to do that. And now I'm starting to see why, because there are just so many people out there, so many reasons for this. And so my path, my studies here led me to doing my doctorate in holistic therapies. But that was not just a doctorate. I didn't feel, that's just a label, but really the research that was involved is what real research that was involved in that really.
So you've enjoyed your training in all the different fields, and that passion has taken you right up to the doctorate in holistic therapies. I absolutely love the whole idea of holistic thinking, as you would have alluded, that I was teaching this a long time ago, the whole idea of whole body awareness. And you've done marvelously well in incorporating that. And you also qualified in yoga, right? You trained in yoga as well.
I did sports yoga.
Yeah.
And I find that is, it's been part of me forever. And I mean, I started yoga with you.
Yeah.
That's the first time I was really introduced to yoga and learning from the Guru himself. So it was an amazing journey.
Fantastic. And also you're minister, so you're taking your faith very seriously, that the spirituality must be a part of the holistic field as well. So I like that very much, apart from psychotherapy.
Yes, Guru. And it's been a great journey. But as I say, the qualifications are there. But to me, the experience of working with myself and working with people, that's where the joy is. That's where my passion is. That's where the excitement is working with people and seeing them go down that journey of prevention, of healing, of rejuvenation, of whatever it is they need.
Marvelous. And
really
I
good.
also see that you've inspired your family because your husband Ramana, he's into yoga as well. Your son is into biology and research on his way for his doctorate. And your daughter is a nurse, and I want to congratulate you, an accomplished nurse, and I want to congratulate you on your new grandson, Yuvraj. So thank you, Dr. Bhavani. And now I want to go across to Dr. Dayani. And Dayani ji, I'm waiting for your screen to come up on the Zoom. Yeah. So, Dayani ji, you have made quite a journey, and you're into integrative medicine. So we want to talk about the immune system and how we can strengthen the immune system. And I'll go across to all of you. I know that mind is an important part. Emotions are important because not only the food we eat, but we need to train the mind as well as the emotional being, because these are quantum energies. These are powerful energies that can also undermine our well-being. So, in terms of your training in integrative medicine, how would you say that we can really work towards boosting our immune system? What can we do? And what do you have to say?
So it's very important work starting from the mind and working with the mind, because all our organs are connected with the mind. So when we are little in the womb of our mom, we have a big brain, a big head, and a little body, because all our cells are growing, first of all, in our mind. And after this, after our body is growing, we perceive this connection. This connection remains with the mind and with our body. So it's essential starting for the mind. That's why when we are afraid, and
I want to ask you a challenging question. And this is, are you speaking about your brain, or are you speaking your mind? Is mind the brain? Is brain the mind?
No.
What are your thoughts on that?
No. So, of course, the brain is the material thing that is connecting with our material body, of course. And the mind is an instrument of the brain, yes, who connect us and
you mean the brain is an instrument of the mind? Yeah.
The mind, yes.
Yeah. But the mind is an instrument of what?
Mind is an instrument of brain.
No.
So
brain is material. Brain is physical.
Yes,
mind
is
is
physical.
quantum.
So it's an
mind
instrument. It's an instrument. Yes.
A pranic field.
Yes. And
but mind is instrument. Mind is instrument of the self, the Atma.
Of the self, yes, of the consciousness, yes,
Yeah.
of our greater self, of course. So that is very important work, starting from our mind. Yes, but sometimes it's hard when the physical body is challenged.
No, let's talk about the immune system. Now, the immune system is a physical system. It's a physical response it's a response by the physical body.
Of course, there are a lot of cells. The immune system is built from a lot of cells, and these cells are built up in different parts of our body. It's not an organ, it's different parts of our body, starting from the brain and ended with the end of our gut. So it's very important to allow all the parts to be aligned and to know what to do. So first of all, from my point of view, is be released by the fear. We don't want to be afraid. So the fear is something that physically attacks the immune system. Yes?
So let us say, for example, the pandemic is around us. So there's a lot of fear in us. A fear to go outdoors, fear to relate to people, fear to go to the public, to the shops. There's a lot of fear in us. How do we deal with that fear?
The only thing that we can do is to be aware of ourself, so our spirit, and detach from this.
But not everybody can be aware of the spirit. Not everybody can be aware of the spirit.
No, but I teach everyone to detach somehow see the play, yes, the play of life, the play of COVID, yes, and detach of it and just concentrate of their body, of their own, not hear the news and all the things that are around.
All right. So I take it from you that we should focus on our own well-being. So how do we do
and-
that? You are integrative medicine. How do we do that? How do we take care of our bodies in such a way that we do not destroy the immune system slowly, but we build it? How do we stop from destroying the immune system, and how do we build it instead?
So we must focus on our nutrition. Is the most important thing for me. So the nutrition is.
And why would you say nutrition? Why would you say nutrition? Why would you say nutrition first?
Why did I say nutrition? Because the nutrition brings us the bricks to make the immune system. So
Yeah, so let's go to Dr. Saroja, Dr. Dinesh. And the whole idea of the koshas and Annamaya kosha, that the food body that we have, the material body that we have, needs to be looked at and not be undermined by the wrong kind of food. So Annamaya kosha needs proper diet. What would you say? What would you say, Dr. Saroja, Dr. Dinesh?
First of all, we have to understand what the immunity is. Everybody is running after the immunity.
All right. So tell us a little bit from the...
It is the antibodies which helps in resisting the outcome threats in your body.
Yes.
Toxins, infections, which affect your body, and you resist from them is the immunity.
Right. So I think we
You
can
have,
get a...
you have to maintain the WBC, the white blood cells in your body.
Right,
that
so you're coming right into the field of medicine. So here we go back to Dr. Raluca. He's speaking about antibodies now and the fight against the virus. So how does our system work medically? How does it work, as far as you can remember?
The immune system is our defense system. Yes, it is stimulated by everything that comes in our body, and our body don't recognize it. Yes, so even though we eat something wrong, so it is not natural for our body perceives this thing as an aggression and create antibody for this food. Yes.
So what is an antibody? What is an antibody, Dr. Raluca? What is an antibody?
Antibodies are a special structure. So there are material things, special structure made by our immune system to attack the aggressors. So the aggression may be viruses or microbes or bad things that are in even our own cells become enemies to our body. We create our own enemies. Let me give you an example, if it is possible. So if we eat something wrong, yes, very inflammatory for our system, the gut system, that is one of the biggest systems in our body, yes, become inflamed. It is called the leaky gut syndrome. In this syndrome, yes, the gut is attacked, and it becomes permissive to some little bricks, little pieces of our food to be absorbed in the blood. And in the blood, we find, if we have a leaky gut syndrome, we find in our blood little pieces of our food or microbes or toxins that usually are going out, yes, with the stool. But they are now in our system, is in our blood. And our body recognizes them as an aggression and create antibodies. And somehow in our body, special cells might become perceived as an aggression. So we must keep our body in shape, and first of all, be aware of the wellness of our gut. It's the most important thing from
All right, so I
point
want to
of
ask a question around food, because we are speaking about food. So there are foods that will build immunity,
Yes.
and there are foods that we commonly take that will destroy or lower the immunity, suppress the immunity.
Yes.
So tell us about some of the foods that we have every day on the table, from all the diets we know, Western and Eastern, that foods that are not good to eat because it doesn't help the immune system, and foods that are
Yeah.
good to eat. This is very practical because it's at a table, dining table of everybody every day. So I'm
there
going
are
to ask
four things-
all of you the same question. So in your opinion, what are some of the foods that we typically eat that we should not be eating or we should minimize, and the food that we should be eating? Tell us a little bit.
So from my point of view, there are four major category of food that we must be very, very careful, yes? So first of all, white flour or every flour, everything that's got gluten is very inflammatory for
So
our
you are
gut.
saying all the pastries that we tend to eat and all the ice
Yes.
creams and all the other things are not good to eat.
Yes.
So you're telling us
Yes.
now that these things that we like very much, we shouldn't eat it.
Of course.
And the white
Everything that
sugar.
we like very much, everything that we like very much in this life is not so good for our body or for our spirit. You taught me that. So
So what do I do, Dr. Danny? What do I do? Because now you're telling me to give up what I love and my taste.
Yes.
So what should I do?
I always-
Now, is it
yes,
possible then that there are foods that can be healthy and still taste nice?
Yes, of course, of course. But first of all, I tell to my people that put the same question like you. I say, okay, I understand you cannot do this, but you must take care that the food is not food, it's nutrition
Love
for you.
what I
It's a
love
healing
and my
So,
taste.
yes.
So what? Go ahead.
So I said that food is a way of nutrition yourself or nourishing yourself. It's not something to spoil yourself. If you want to be spoiled,
No, that I
so go
understand.
find
Just give
other-
me some examples. Just give me some examples of the good things that I can eat that is right around me,
Okay.
and
so,
the things that I should avoid that we all
Yes,
tend to go
yes.
for. Just give me some examples.
So let me finish, please, with the things that we must avoid. So first of
White
all,
flour.
White flour, yes.
White sugar.
Then sugar. What?
White
Pastry and
sugar.
everything. White sugar and sugar, not white. And I say flour, not only white flour, all kinds of flour. All
Oh.
the flour that have gluten in it. Gluten is a protein, and it is pro-inflammatory. Yes. So sugar, even though it
But
is brown
let me ask the
sugar
question
or-
again. Can some people accommodate gluten? Can some people eat gluten without ill effects?
No. From my experience, little people have the celiac disease. Celiac disease is the intolerance for gluten. But for 85% of the global population of our world is sensitive to gluten. And this sensitivity to gluten gives us this inflammation, or this gut inflammation.
So then we
Because-
might be inflamed and we don't know.
Of course.
We might be eating
But there are
gluten and we
some
have
signs.
no idea.
Yes, there are some signs of inflammation. Our gut inflammation has some signs. Let's take about digestion, a difficult digestion, yes? It is a sign. Chronic tiredness, it is a sign of this. Of course...
Okay, I got it. But tell me some of the
Yes.
food that I could eat.
Okay, you could eat rice, for example. Yes, you can eat corn, for example. This is the alternatives for
Rice
for
and
white
corn.
flour.
Rice and corn.
Yes.
we say.
Yeah, rice and corn, not sugar, not corn syrup. Corn. Yes, we make polenta. Yes, we make a bread made by corn.
What about vegetables? What about nuts? What about seeds?
Yes, of course. But this is the alternative for white flour. The alternative for sugar, yes, is fructose. So it is fruits. Fruits have another kind of sugar.
You mean
that is
fresh
called
fruits?
fructose. Yes. So fruits.
So if
not
I
starch.
buy fruit in the container,
No, fresh fruits.
okay.
Yes. No. Because we need enzymes and
All right.
and vitamins and minerals. And if it is in cane, for sure, 80% of the
All right,
vitamins
okay,
and
good.
enzymes are gone.
So we'll have a talk more to you about diet. But I want to go to the Ayurveda. And I want to come to the idea of what in terms of diet in Ayurveda, and I'll go to Dr. Saroj and Dr. Dinesh. When it comes to food in Ayurveda, what would you say would be foods that can boost us and in the Ayurvedic teaching? And what happens when we don't eat the proper food? What does Ayurveda say? So tell us a little bit.
Yeah. Guruji, the first thing is this. See, in the childhood, because in the childhood we have a lot of physical activity. So we can digest different type of foods. But slowly, when we grow up, the digestive juices are decreases.
So
And
you're
the
saying that
wa-
as we grow older, the digestive juices are not as strong as when we are younger.
Yes. So this is not the question if we should avoid this thing or that thing. But it must. But the important question is this: if your body is digest properly the things, and for this the digestion must necessary physical activity, and the sweating
So
from
you're
out.
saying that if our Agni is strong, the fire in the gut is strong, then we're able to digest. And the other question I want to ask there is a question of raw versus cooked. What does Ayurveda say?
Right. Raw food is good, but also it depends because the Ayurveda food is suggested through the three dosha. The persons have a Vata, Pitta, Kapha, three dosha. If the persons have a low Agni, so that person can't digest easily raw food. But the persons have a good agni, so he can digest the raw food. So the food suggestion or food table, it's different person to person and according to the doshas. But the basic fundamental is this: in the morning, we can avoid the carbohydrate diet, and we can use a pranic food.
Oh, that's very good to hear. So in the morning, you avoid the carbohydrate diet
Yes,
and you
and
go
the
more to the
pranic,
pranic foods. So what would be the pranic foods? I know prana means life, right? So it would be foods that
pranic, yeah. So the pranic food like a sprout also the pranic food, and the dry fruits if we soak overnight in the water.
dried
So
fruits like raisins and like prunes. Or,
yeah,
yeah.
because the germination, if the germination is start like the pranic energies automatically coming in this food
Yes.
or fresh fruits. So these are the pranic food. So in the morning, if we can do pranic activity and consume the pranic food, it will help us for the whole day. So
Yeah.
in the morning, we can start with the pranic activity and the afternoon, because in the afternoon we have to work physical, so we can consume the good amount of food. And in the evening, again we can use before the sun set some of the green fresh fruits, or in the evening it depends the physical activity of the person. If he and she took good physical activity, he can use foods like roughage food. If he has not a physical good activity, or after the 45 or 50 year, we can start vegetable soups and porridge. So
And,
this
and,
is
and the timing, what you were saying, before the sun sets?
before the sunset.
Okay.
7
Yeah, so
o'clock in
the
evening.
food should be during the time of the sun, the daytime.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, like 7 o'clock, or it depends,
Now-
because when the sun energy in the food, that food is easily consume our body,
Yeah.
because they also have a organic energy in this food.
Okay,
Sun
I want to
energy.
ask you another question. That's beautiful. I want to ask you another question. In Ayurveda, I understand that it is said that we should eat the food that is grown in our community. What are your thoughts about that? That we should eat the food that nature meant for us, it is around us.
Around us.
It is,
With the
it is,
forest.
it is grown around us. That we should eat the food that is grown around us.
Yes, yes, yes. Not container, just like a fresh fruit.
Yeah. Okay, and the other question is the amount of food. Now, in yoga, I know that it is said that we should eat our stomach 3/4 and leave a quarter empty for the movement.
The bowl of our hand shape. This is the sufficient
This is it.
amount. Yeah.
Okay. So
In my property-
nature has given us a measure.
Yeah.
Put the hands together. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. This is the amount for the sufficient food.
And you see,
After-
the Buddhist goes with a bowl, so they're like a Buddha bowl.
Yes. After consuming the food, it's just like a storage.
Yeah, but
Extra
why
storage
should we leave a quarter of the stomach empty?
Yeah. When we consume the amount of sufficient food in our body, like if we cooked food in flame, so it must necessary for the cooking water contents. So if we took the 3/4 food, so the certain gave for the secretion of the digestive juices. So it's must necessary to leave that place, and the air place also.
The
Otherwise-
airspace, right? The airspace, definitely. Now, there is a saying that we should eat until the first belch, the first boob. Is that correct?
Yes. For the cleaning of the energy and air.
Right. Okay. And now another question, and this is food combining.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about food combining. What do you eat with what?
Guruji, it must necessary for the combination of the food. See, in generally the citrus food not good with the milk product. If we use the citrus food with the milk product, that milk is spoiled.
Right.
This
So
is
we
the
should not
basic-
eat the fruits with the food, with the starches and the proteins and all that. Fruit shouldn't be combined with that. So
Yeah.
when do you suggest we eat the fruit?
Sorry, Guruji?
Yeah. When do you
morning.
suggest? When do you suggest we
Morning.
eat in the?
After doing the yoga and your
Right.
exercise, first take the sprout or the nuts soak in the water, like the this badam kya kehenge, almonds, raisins. First, then after half an hour, you can take as much as the seasonal green fruits.
Fruits.
Up to the yes,
Okay.
up to the afternoon, 12 o'clock. No meals before the 12 noon. You can eat as much as fruits in the morning hours.
Yeah.
From 9 to 12, in between that.
Oh, fantastic.
And one kg. How
Yeah.
much? 1 kg, half kg, whatever. So it will be compensating the original sugar in your body,
Yeah.
natural sugar.
Yeah. The
Then,
few-
when there is a gap of 1 hour, then you can have the heavy meals in the afternoon.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Dinesh. That's fantastic.
And we are using the 3/4 of the amount of the food so that we may keep to drink the same amount of water after half an hour in our body.
Yeah.
That we may digest your food easily.
Right. Okay. That's perfect. Dr. Diane, do you want to speak? Not Diane. Let's take Dr. Bhavani. Bhavani, you want to say a few words about food combining? How the efficient digestion of food needs it's best with proper food combining. Do you want to say something to that?
Yes, Gurji. Actually, the way we combine food is really important. Also, the way we eat the food, like Dr. Suraj was saying, in the morning, what we're eating, in the lunchtime, it's the heaviest meal of the day. All of those things are really important for digestion. And food combining is really important. The way we are combining our foods, and she mentioned about the dairy with citrus. She was saying particularly with citrus. We should never combine those two. And a lot of people, one of the things I wanted to say today as well, it's yogurt and fruit. And that is something that we don't combine. We eat yogurt separately and the fruit separately. Because it's better
because we have a tendency to mix the fruit and the yogurt together, right?
A lot of people, many of my clients, they come to me and they tell me that, and I have to tell them, no, you need to separate them because it's much better for your digestion, and it makes a difference when they do that. So
she's talking about a dahi and the fruit. Can you mix dahi and the fruit? Yeah, Dr. Saroj said no, we shouldn't. Yeah. Correct.
And that is a big one. It can make a big difference. And then also, some people eat fish. And they put these cream sauces and things on fish, and that's really not good for you again.
All right. So as I am understanding now, then pork combinations can also undermine the well-being, and of course our resistance as well to fight disease, right?
Yes. And one thing I wanted to say, and it's really overlooked in diet and nutrition for vegans and vegetarians in particular, protein is really, really important in our diet. And especially with the COVID, for our bodies to be physically fit and to be vital.
Yeah, you're saying that we need more protein. Dr. Diane, protein is also what is used in the immune system, right? For building the agents in the immune system, we need to have sufficient protein. Is that right, Dr. Diane?
Yes, because antibodies are protein structure. Also, enzymes and hormones are all our protein structure, and also we need proteins to rebuild our body after we suffered. So we need proteins, good proteins, the proteins that don't become toxins to our body after we metabolize them. So this is very important to
So the question will be, if I am vegan, can I get good quality proteins? Just on the plant world.
Yes, because a lot of proteins are in the seeds and nuts, and also in legumes like beans. All the beans have proteins, so we can get proteins from there, good proteins.
All right, so give me your idea. Good. Give me your idea of food combining.
So I think that in the morning it's very important to eat fruits, but I combine fruits with seeds and nuts. They are hydrated for minimum 8 hours before. So I suggest this, and also I recommend to eat in the evening because we need to give our gut the time to rest. And in the evening, I recommend soups.
Yeah. Ayurveda says that at the height of the sun, we should be taking our biggest meal. And so the evening, some people make the evening a major meal, but I'm not sure that's the best thing to do.
No. From my point of view, no, because we must rest. During the night, we must rest because during the rest time, our body is recovering, is healing itself. So we must have a good rest. And for having a good rest, we need a light dinner. A light dinner, and I recommend soups. Vegetable soups are delicious. So this is my point of view. Another thing that I want to talk is about diaries. From my point of view and from my knowledge, we cannot eat a lot of milk, but I don't recommend milk at all, because for me milk is a special thing. It's very special. It's made by the female of the species for the species of itself. It is full of hormones and enzymes.
Do you mean meat?
No,
protein.
milk, raw milk. I only said
Oh, raw milk.
Yes, raw milk. I recommend milk only if the person is too ill to eat something else. But from my knowledge, the milk creates in our body AMA. Yes, it is a mucus, and we don't need this in our lungs and in our body. And also, I recommend the dairy like yogurt and kefirs and all kinds of these dairies, but not milk, raw milk. I don't recommend raw milk. And I also, yes.
No. This is a lot of information, and I know that our time is going to be limited. But I want to move a little bit away from diet. Of course, the goal is immunity. I know that today we will not be able to talk about all these great topics that are emerging, but I know that we'll have to continue this conversation, and maybe separately sometimes with Dr. Dinesh and Dr. Saroj, and separately with Dr. Bhavani, separately with you, because it's too much wonderful information that's coming that in this little time that we have, we cannot go into detail into them. So, but what I want to stay a little bit with now, it's a little bit of the exercise therapy, because we need to breathe fresh air, we need to breathe, we need to move, and we need to be in the sun, we need to be with the elements. How can we use now exercise therapy to boost our immune system? And I know that we think of exercise as gyms and intense sport, but what is exercise really? And what is the minimum amount of exercise that we need to keep our bodies healthy and fit and of high immunity? What can we do? How do we develop a powerful immune system using exercise? So I leave it open for any one of you to come up and say something. Who would like to go? Just raise the hand. Who would like to go first? Exercise therapy. Let's start with Dr. Bhavani. Yeah, tell us where your thoughts are. Now, we have people who are older, people who are younger in the audience. What do we say to them in terms of movement and breathing?
And that's a good point, Guru, because we do have people of all ages and capabilities as well. And that's really important, especially during this time, this pandemic. We need to keep moving. That's important. And it doesn't matter, even if you have to do chair yoga, that's also good. The important thing is that we must keep moving. That is one of the things I've learned during this time with people I've been working with who've actually had COVID. And so whether we do yoga, whether we do Qigong, whatever it is that we're doing, we walk, we can do dance, like, Dr. Saroj would know that as well, but any kind of dancing, any kind of cardio exercise, you have an elliptical or a treadmill or whatever it is you do. There's so many things that we can do at home, because a lot of people are now at home and they feel, well, I can't move, but there are many things that we can do. And the exercise also boosts not just the immunity, it boosts the mood, because it releases all these feel-good hormones that really, boost the mood and help us to feel more joy and better about ourselves and about everything that's going on.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Bhavani. I want to go to Dr. Dinesh and Dr. Saroj, because you have spent so much time in yoga and you use it all the time, plus dance. What is the role of exercise therapy in developing strong immunity, especially in these times? So, over to you. We need volume. The microphone. Right.
Exercise is must necessary through the age, because in the childhood, the children running. So the blood circulation, and they have not three dosha, vata, pitta, kapha. But when we are grow up and the city work is more and the physical activities is less, in that time, the physical breathing exercise is much necessary like food. Like the food is necessary for our body, the same thing, the exercise, it's also like a holistic medicine. So
Yes.
much necessary to adapt, to take and select some exercise for us according to our feasibility. Because if we do yoga, pranic exercise, and breathing, it gives cool and calm, soothing. So, and the environment also, the holistic environment also pleasant. Nowadays, see, the immunity is less if we have anxiety, if we have aggression. So, anxiety, aggression, also part of a disease, also part of a virus. So, due to the exercise, we can read out that our toxins and we feel relaxed and calm. So, we can do our 100 to 200% to our society, to our office, and about the family, and also feel pleasant.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Dr. Dinesh?
Exercise is a vital part of our daily routine as per the Ayurveda Dincharya.
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Half an hour to
Minimum.
1 hour or 2 hours, depending
Yeah.
on the age and your capacity. Know your limits and then practice. So, those who are above the age of 60 years, if they are not able to do the exercise, they should do the pranayama, Anulom Vilom, Brahmari, meditation. When
Very
they go
nice.
for the bathing, they should do the little bit massage themselves. All
Excellent.
body massage.
Excellent.
And then when they go for the shower, they use the lukewarm water whole year, not cold water.
Lukewarm water. Yeah.
They should rub their body like this at least 15 minutes. So the blood circulation become,
So in the rubbing of the skin,
yeah, the skin like this,
Yeah.
head, whatever you
excellent,
can
excellent.
do. This is a very good exercise for the people who is not able to walk, not able to do the yoga, not able to do the exercise. And it can be used in a general practice by everybody else. So who do not have the time, put the little oil in your body, then little shower, then just rub your body and then you come out. So you will feel fresh after the bathing. Otherwise, just standing in the end, you are doing nothing. The shower is giving the bath. You should take the bath yourself.
Yeah, so I once read in a book, How to Live 100 Years, it said
Yes.
that if you want to live long, do something physical every day.
Yes.
Be engaged in
drink
physical
hot water,
activity.
drink the lukewarm water, hot water when you wake up from your bed. Just 3 glass of water, then give the pause, then just walk. After a few minutes, you will get the bowels. Then when you are addicted to have the tea, then stop the drinking milk tea or coffee. It is not recommended.
Yeah,
Only green tea, wellness tea, as a tea tantrums tea, it will help you having the good appetite. Then you can start your exercise. Half an hour,
very
1 hour.
nice. Okay, okay.
Then you can have this some small 20 almonds, soak almonds, resins, and then you can start your work, daily routine.
Yeah.
Exercise. When you are doing exercise, you feel fresh and healthy.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Absolutely,
just all the
absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
So, inhale and exhale is the main part of our life.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Dineshji. Dianaji, what are your thoughts on exercise? I know you're a very active person. I see you on the go all the time. What are your thoughts on exercise, and structured exercise? What is the minimum exercise? Dr. Dineshji said at least half an hour, which is, I like that.
I agree.
What are your thoughts?
So I agree with half an hour, of course, but we can do cycling. Yes, a lot of
Yeah.
people have bicycles, so cycling is a good exercise. It involves a lot of muscles, and the strength of the muscles is the strength of our body. is the strength of our mind also. So we must keep doing exercise.
Yeah, they have the mind. And,
No.
well, as Dr. Saroj said, circulation, but also the mind. And it improves
mind
the
is
breathing,
very
the amount of
important.
oxygen.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Okay.
because if the sportsmen, yes, the athletes are not depressive, yes, they have confidence in themselves.
Yeah, more
So
confident,
the
yeah.
strength of our muscles give the strength of our body, of our mind.
Yeah,
Yes?
I don't believe not the muscle only, but the strength of our nervous system, the
No.
strength of our
But
gut.
also, yes,
core.
during the exercise, we breathe deeply.
Yeah.
Yes, and we put in action all the air that stagnate in the base of our lungs.
Yeah.
So we need to exercise
Yeah.
just to fresh up our respiratory system.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Danny. What I'm going to do, I'm only going to take a few questions from the audience because I want to include the audience today. Just a couple questions from the audience. And so let's go to the audience. Let's go to the audience and let's bring up any one of you who would like to ask a question, but we can only entertain a couple questions today. This program has been exciting so far. It's a lot to speak about. I want to welcome our audience. And raise your hand, please, if you want to spend a minute or two just with our panel. Please. Couple questions before we close. Yeah, I see no hands up yet. Any questions, anybody? I know you've been keen listeners, but do you have anything that you would want to say to our panel or ask? All right, so there we are. So that's okay. We've been good. Thank you for being good listeners. So I'm going to ask our panelists a final word. What would you like to say to our audience today? You're looking at them. They're all 76, all of us, all told. What would you like to say to our audience today? And we start with Dr. Danny. Dr. Danny, what do you want to say to our audience today? Last words. Unmute, please. Unmute, Dr. Danny.
Sorry.
Right.
So I saw two questions on the chat. So I just want to answer quick answer to that question.
Go ahead.
Plant-based milk, it's great. Yes, so Katrina asked me if it's good to drink milk made by plant. It's great, it's no problem. And it's also a question regarding the connection about meditation, deep sleep, and immune system. So it is a connection, of course, a big connection, but it's a separate talk. It's a long talk about this subject. So maybe it will be good for talking another day. So what I want you to say is just believe in your body. Bring the body all the things that he needs, and he will bless you with a good and divine wealth. So if you believe in your body, and you believe in your mind, and you believe in your guru,
Believe. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Yes. Just give your body what it needs, and you will be blessed with a good wealth. So that's all.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Dr. Danny. Believe in your body, believe in your mind, and believe in your guru. Thank you very much. But when she says believe in your body, I think she means believe in the potential that your body has.
Of course.
In the power that it has, the strength that it has, the resilience that it has, the healing power that it has, the defense mechanism that it has. Believe in your body. And I would say make your body your friend, make your body your instrument, and make your body work for you as you fulfill your life purpose. Okay, so let's go to Dr. Bhavani, your final word in this program today. I know we didn't get to hear much of you, but you would have listened to the panel. But what would be your final words today?
My final words would be eat well, sleep well.
Eat well, sleep well.
Exercise well.
Exercise well.
and make sure you have a spiritual practice. And if you have nothing spiritually, at least learn to meditate.
Learn
And
to
remember,
meditate.
pranayama is the key to everything. Without prana, we are not living.
Well, thank you.
So-
You're truly a holistic doctor. Thank you so much. You covered all the areas. Thank you. And let's go to Dr. Saroj and Dr. Dinesh. You tell us your final message for today.
Wish that everybody should be healthy and should live a longer life. Longevity should be there.
Oh, that's
It is
beautiful.
more important. We want to see all of you once in our lifetime. This is my
That's
ambition.
beautiful. Yeah.
And for that, I would recommend Guruji that this is the COVID season from last 2 years. So we are just facing each other through this virtual media. A day will come, then we will sit together and discuss more. But meanwhile, I would recommend Annaji and Ranukaji, Ramanaji, Padiji, and everyone else, that you should use this turmeric rock salt with the hot water gargles every day, morning and evening.
Gargle with a
Avoid-
turmeric and rock salt.
Yes.
Hot
turmeric
water.
and rock salt.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
little bit turmeric in hot water. Put little sesame oil or coconut oil in that water.
Sesame
There's
oil
no-
or coconut oil.
You do the gargles early morning and then in the night also, that if some infections come in your throat, should go out. If the water goes inside your body, is not harming you, it will help you in lubricating your this.
That is
trachea.
excellent. Yeah, I
Second,
think.
take a good sleep. Everybody knows the meditation taught by the Guruji. So you should do the Yoga Nidra also every day, 15 to 20 minutes. That will help in overcoming all the hurdles in your life. Take the good vegetables, good foods in your daily life. And we believe in the cow milk. So if you don't have the cow milk, use the sesame oil, put 2 drops in your nose every day in morning. So this will also help in eradicating the viruses of the COVID-19. And if possible, then take the little steam also after putting the little drops of the sesame oil in your nose. That will help in overcoming all the diseases. This is the research-based what I am telling you. That it really helps in. Try to avoid the medication as much as possible. Try to come on the natural way of your life. That will help. And add this cumins, turmeric, coriander in your kitchen so that you may boost your immunity through the natural way in the food. And also use the sprouted food in your diet so that the problem of the gluten will subside from your body. Those who are suffering from the diabetes should avoid the sugar and use little carbohydrates in your diet instead of taking the sprouted in your diet. That will help in, and also use the green tea or like, always hydrate your body. Don't be thirsty. Always drink something hot. And try to adopt that you will drink the hot water from today onwards. Whenever you feel thirsty, you will put a bottle of hot water and you will drink every time the hot water, which will help in getting your bowels clean, your weight management good, your body immune also good by drinking the hot water regularly.
Yeah,
whole
so,
day
so
from-
you were saying that that we should drink the water warm,
Yes,
warm
warm.
water, and also tea, and that's better for the system.
Yes, yes. That is very
Day,
good.
day or night.
Yes, everybody. And green tea or this tea always will help you in overcoming all these diseases during the COVID. So always hydrate your body, take the few nuts because all of you are around the age of 50, 60 or like this. So we can't consume the more carbohydrates, more food in our body. So we should use the dry fruits, whatever is available there in your body. Then put the gap of this carbohydrates in meals and the nuts. So always use the nuts in the morning hours to energize your body.
Yeah.
make the supplements of protein and vitamin and potassium and omega-3 and whatever. So the scientific terms is there. So that will help in overcoming all these diseases. We wish that everybody should live happy and healthy life. And Guruji's blessing is always with us. So
Yeah.
we will
Thank you,
overcome all this
Dinesh.
epidemic very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji, for arranging all this good platform for the welfare of mankind. Good.
Yeah.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Ram. Yeah. Also, Saroji, tell us your final word. What would you say to everybody?
Guruji, because we don't know we get next birth or not. So we should enjoy this life with smile and take a little food, give more, receive little and give as much as more, happy and inhale positive vibrations and exhale all the anxiety, all the
Beautiful.
depressions,
Beautiful.
all the toxins and enjoy this life.
Oh, wow, that's a beautiful message. We will stay with that. Thank you so much. And I want to thank my panel here today. You've been really nice. I feel that I haven't gotten the best out of you, so we'll continue these interviews, perhaps single or the panel again, but I want to get more information from you because there is such wisdom in you and such experience that we couldn't tap into that fully today. So I look forward to future meetings with you. I want to especially thank you on behalf of our audience that you joined us today. And I want to wish all of us a marvelous day. So I'm going to end with a prayer, and we use the mantra. Let's bring the entire audience, everybody. Can I get the gallery view? Madhuram and Hridaya, welcome. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. So, Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. May all be happy. Sarve santu niramayaha. May all be healthy. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, may all see only auspicious side. Ma kaschid dukha bhag bhaved, and may no one share in sorrow. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I feel we haven't done justice to today, but I know we would have gotten quite a bit of information. I want to continue these programs, and I want to make them as exciting as possible, covering all areas of holistic thinking, and especially the quantum field. I know we're just touching the surface at the moment, but I'm excited about the possibilities to come. So stay with us on this program of Be Well and Stay Well, an exciting series of the Blue Star. We're going to continue with it. Thank you, everyone. Have a marvelous day. Namaskar.